Hey everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Genex Thinks. Today is Wednesday, February 11th. Good morning, Oliver. What's up? Glad to see you here, man. Glad you could make it. Boom shakalaka. Yeah, hump day. Uh, Hope you're doing good, Oliver. Hope you have a great day, dude. Let's see. Today, I was going to kick this episode off by explaining myself for some of the newer viewers and um, some Gen Z that might pop up here now and again. Because I pick on Gen Z a lot, right? Um, and though a lot of times it's deserved, you know, from most of their generation. Crash, Patrick, what's up? Glad to see y'all. Most of the time, it is deserved from the most of their generation, but a lot of times it's purely because I have nephews who are Gen Z, and I just enjoy hacking on Gen Z because of that. It's my duty as an uncle, and I'd say my God-given right, you know, to make those titty babies cry, and go to their therapist and shit. Uh, my uncles handed down, it's a pastime that was handed down to me from my uncles. My uncles tried to make me a man. Granted that, I'm Gen X, so my uncles didn't have, such an enormous task that I do, trying to make Gen Z into men. That's that's like trying to move Mount Everest on my back. But still, I got to try. You know what I'm saying? I got to try. Uh, but I believe I'm gonna contact there got to be some kind of national therapists association, and I think I deserve a kickback of some kind, because I send a lot of Gen Z to therapy, back to their therapist, and there's a lot of billed hours from my from my message. Just from my nephews. I know my nephews are racking up, just hundreds of crybaby hours on the couch with their therapist, trying to increase their doses of whatever medication they're on, Adderall or Ritalin or whatever the hell they take. I don't know. But the tears flow, but that's the low level psychological abuse is the duty of uncles, I believe. I really do. That's an important function that uncles serve in this world. You got to toughen these kids up. Hey, OG, Tyler, Wayne Beatty, what's up? Raziel, good morning, Roz. Duncan, hey, Duncan. Jeff 7, there he is. Angry Oiler Yank, what's up? What's up, Yank? Hey, Shannon, hey, Shannon, glad you could make it. Yeah, the planet Earth needs therapy, Duncan, yeah. Erica, what's up, Erica? Glad to see you here. Yeah, new generations are too soft, Yank. Yep, I hear you. Yeah, I agree. Oh, yeah, Hurst, what's up, Hurst? Yeah, I agree. SSRIs, in my honest opinion, they're just handing that shit out like candy now. Some people seriously need it, but a lot of them are just, it's a fad. It's the cool thing to do, to be a victim of a malady or another group of people or whatever. And that's an easy one. You can go to your therapist, tell them you're sad, and you can get your pills and join the group of victims. Adderall, two chemicals from meth. Yeah. The shit that's going on today is really hard to believe. But we got to try to toughen these kids up somehow, and it's fun. It's fun picking on them. I'll admit that. I enjoy it. It's like a pastime. Yeah, yeah, give you a reason to cry about, Yank. Yeah, yeah. Never the biggest sin of a Generation X kid was to complain about being bored. Yeah, remember that? Oh, I'm bored. You're bored? Okay, we'll find something for you to do. You don't like playing outside anymore? The whole wide world out there, and your ass can't find anything to do. Okay, I'll find something for your ass to do. Yeah, I don't know how many times. Well, I didn't hear it too many times because I learned quick. I didn't come back in until I absolutely had to, until the mosquitoes chased me in. Just another guy in the woods. What's up? Glad to see you here. Yeah, go outside and find something to do. Spend all your childhood working, Yank, on the ranch. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I spent a lot of my childhood working horses. My dad was a horse trainer, and me and my brother were just free labor. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's yeah. And to now you hear Yank say that got up at 4 in the morning every day and did chores for 2 hours feeding livestock, and that just that's old school shit. Now there was a time when that was just normal. You Yank didn't have to say that because we all knew it because that's what everybody did. But nowadays, that shit doesn't even happen, let alone, and it was even rare for our generation. And it's getting more and more rare for kids to actually have chores and get up early in the morning and do work before school and all that shit. Nick, what's up, Nick? Yeah, ACDC. Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, okay. Yeah, eat breakfast, grab a shower, and ride the motorcycle to the bus stop. That's a hell of a good childhood, sounds like to me, Yank. Tripwire, what's up, Trip? Glad to see you back, man. There he is. We were just talking about you yesterday, Trip. Picking rocks out of farm fields, Roz. Yeah, yeah, a horse is a horse, of course. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, a lot of time doing chores. Yeah, I fed a lot of horses and cleaned a lot of stalls, picking up horse apples. Text his grandpa. Yeah, that's a good one, Shannon. Go to school and come home for another 2 hours of feeding, huh? Huh, Yank? Yeah. That sounds like bad heroin. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Sedition. I think so. Hey, Sedition, what's up? Glad to see you here. Yeah, I think we are the only generation that gets up before the ass crack of dawn. Yeah. Even the older people around here, hell, they don't want you working or doing anything before like 9 o'clock in the morning. Waking up early at 8, 7, 8 o'clock is early to them. Oh yeah, yeah, patch and fence. Yeah, I did a lot of that. You're awake at 5, Hurst. Yeah, you would now. You wish you could go back to those days, huh, Yank? You guys sleep. Roz don't have time to sleep. Roz, nah. Like Jesse Ventura in Predator. I ain't got time to bleed. Roz ain't got time to sleep. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I got my habit of getting up early was in the military. Ever since I was in the military, I can't sleep late. Even if I stay up late, I still get 5 a.m. That's sleeping into me is 5 a.m. Me too, Sedition. Yep. Yeah, I've seen a whole lot of sunrises. Yeah, yeah, yank, sit, shower, and shave, dude. Why roosters scream at the sun? Yeah. Oh, okay. Set up for next day's lessons for your students. All right. 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. to hit the weights. Yeah, I get up at 3:30 every morning. That's just my time. Got stuff to do in the morning, have a cup of coffee. And I don't like, I've never have been one to get up and just go rushing off to whatever. I need a few minutes to wake up and gather my thoughts. And even when I was working for somebody else in the past, I would get there 15, 20 minutes early because I didn't want to just jump out of my vehicle and run right in there to work. I like to stand around a little bit and gather my thoughts. If I'd forgotten anything, it'd give me time to either uh, replace it or figure out something else. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Chores are good for a kid. I just teaches them responsibility, teaches them discipline, schedule. Chores are good for a kid. There's no reason why a kid shouldn't do chores. You still get up and make your bed every day? Yeah, I do. I do too. Um, but that's mostly because my wife. I won't lie. Yeah, if it were up to me, my blanket would be on a ball on the bed. Retired in 24. All right, Yank. Okay, Crash. You got the same schedule as I do then. Every morning you wake up, you outlived about 150,000 people worldwide. Yeah. Is that due to depopulation? Is that is that? Can we thank Bill Gates for that? He missed us. Bill Gates is cussing us, huh? Sons of bitches. I can't kill him. Nick, what's up, Nick? Glad to see you here. Yeah. Yep. Get all the sleep we need when we are in the permanent leading rest. Yep. I agree, Nick. Cyber warfare defense team instructor. That sounds interesting, dude. Yeah, Yank. That's some interesting shit there. That'd be cool as hell, man. Yeah, because they don't have to go to work, Sedition. Yeah. Yeah. Erica. Good morning, Erica. Alarm set for 3:15. All right. Yeah, Yank. Congratulations, dude. Glad to hear it. Jim from Maryland, what's up? Glad to see you here. Yeah, rise and shine. Jason. Hey, good morning, Jason. Glad you can make it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably never be able to either. Hurst, I don't see that in my future. Yeah, I'll probably die with a hammer in my hand. Yeah, Yank, that's a good thing, dude. Yeah, everyone should. You had COVID twice, Tyler? I think I had it once. Pretty sure I had it one time. Yeah, it wasn't that big a deal. Wasn't that bad for me, you know. It was just different. It just felt different than any other cold or flu I'd ever had. I don't get sick very often. Probably maybe I get a cold or something once every 15, 20 years. Maybe it's been so long since I've had, last time I was sick, it was COVID there in 2022, maybe 2021, whenever it was. I don't know. But yeah, I came down with it, I think, for about 3 days, maybe something like that. And it just messed with my head more than, nose and throat and stuff. It was just so, uh, and, and because the symptoms were so weird for me personally, um, I just I don't think it was natural. It's just nothing. I've never felt anything else like that before that affect my head like that. And it's hard to describe because it was so weird. I just don't think it was natural. Anyone have goats for sale in Northeast Maryland? Jim wants to know. Oh, okay. Retired at 38. Oh, hell, that's everybody's dream, huh, Roz? Dog Karma. Good morning, Dog Karma. Glad to see you here. Fixing game consoles and spending time with friends. That's living life, Yank. Mild fever for about 6 hours. That's you don't get sick often either, Crash. I don't think as a rule that Gen X gets sick very often. I mean, I know I don't. I don't hardly ever get sick, and when I do, it's very mild. Even COVID, like I said, it affected my head, and that's as well as I can describe it. But it wasn't long, it wasn't some drawn out thing where I had to go to the hospital or any bullshit like that. I still went to work. I went to work those 3 days. Bills still needed to be paid. You know what I mean? I was working outside. I wasn't going in somebody's house, and spreading COVID all over the place. So uh, I was outside. So, but still, I went to work. 1971 JD. Hey, yeah, another 71 issue. What's up? 71? No, it's an empty box. I found it while we were demoing a shed on somebody's property, and I found that. These brought it back and put it on the nostalgia shelf. 71. Um, so I forget what video was in there. It was some dumbass video, some dumb shit. I don't even know why anybody would rent that shit from Blockbuster, but yeah. So I threw I threw the cassette or the cassette tape, the VHS tape away and kept the box. Oh, okay. You had it twice. All right. Sedition. strong, strong coffee. The caffeine alone would keep his corpse going for 2 years. That's awesome. Yeah. Armored Ghost, what's up, Armored? Glad to see you here. Your Apple had COVID. Yeah, yeah. I don't trust those tests too much. I go more off my symptoms, and they were just so weird that I figure it was COVID. That's the best. Mechanical, Erica. Yeah. Net N T what what is that handle? NTEGR8. Great. Great. I'm gonna call you Great. What's up, Great? Glad to see you here. Glad you could make it. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Sepsis and damn, dude. Well, glad you survived long enough to hang out with us, Yank. We're glad to have you here, man. Yeah, we're the real X-Men, Nick. What's up, Nick? Glad to see you here. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, Tyler, come on. They come out with those shots that quick. Uh, we could have a whole conversation about that whole deal and what we think about it. Um, that it was that that's just that alone. What Tyler said there, they came out with those shots that quick, and it takes decades to come up with those shots, right? It takes decades for them, but all of a sudden, COVID popped up, and what 4 months later or something, they had shots, uh, and they're telling us they're safe and they're fully tested and all that shit. Come on, anybody who believed that shit, throw a bucket of COVID at you. You had to be quarantined, armored. Never got an extra dime during COVID. Hearst. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. You turned 5 in 71, Duncan. Yeah. Oh, gee. I've never had pneumonia either. Yeah, I heard it's dangerous. I've never heard of. Well, I guess Dog Karma said that second time she had COVID, it turned into pneumonia. Yeah, pneumonia is dangerous because that's when you gotta. That's when you need some intervention. Michelle, good morning, Michelle. Glad to see you here. Oh, integrate. All right. Yeah. Thank you, integrate. Yeah, I have a hard time with the handle sometimes. Sometimes my brain just doesn't correlate the the digits there, the letters. Well, thanks for dropping by, integrate, and hanging out with us. Turn late eight coffee and nicotine 71. Yeah, we drink the coffee. Yeah, exactly, Tyler. I made a whole video about that. Why I believe that we have the cast iron immune systems, because we played in the dirt and shit, and our parents would tell us wash our hands. They'd set a bologna sandwich out on the porch and tell us to wash our hands, and I'd run them under the hose real quick, and still have mud on my hands or whatever, and eat that stuff. So yeah, I believe that we tested our immune systems and built them up stronger because of that. And now we're in an age where everything is antibacterial and all this shit, and people aren't exercising their immune systems. Just like anything else, a muscle, your mind, your immune system needs to be exercised to be kept strong. And we're treating our immune systems now the same way we treat the younger generations, bubble wrap them and protect them, and now their immune systems are weak. You know what I mean? Their immune systems need therapy and shit. Oh, okay, integrate. You recover pretty quickly. Okay. Rain in Blood by Slayers, totally relaxing, Nick. Mud Bowl in Michigan, huh? Yeah, 12 years of clinical testing before approval, except for the jab. Yeah, yeah, they just threw that out there and started sticking everybody with it. Frisbee golf? Hell yeah. Yeah, COVID had to be protected from Gen X. That's what I told my wife when all that shit was going down. She asked me about COVID and shit, and I told her, I said, if COVID gets inside me, my immune system will have that little bitch down in the basement waterboarding it. You know what I mean? My immune system will be getting information from COVID down in the basement using torture methods. Tell us what you know, bitch. Yeah, my immune system is waiting on some measles or something to come to come, traipsing by. We got you, bitch. Come on in here. I got some candy for you, measles. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, as far as the disease world goes, my immune system is the molester van. I want some candy. Come on in. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, integrate. Yeah, it's tough now. It's tough now. You go in and we can read that stuff and and that's what they're telling us. And what do? You read the stuff about, about their explanations on how the virus works and how the vaccine works and all that stuff, and that's what we're told. Um, and then we can read all the stuff about how, all the conspiracy theory stuff about everything, and that's just somebody else telling us some different stuff. It was grown in a lab in Wuhan or whatever, and whatever else, right? But it's all just stuff we're told. The only thing I go off of is my own experience with it, and I mean, truly go off of. Yeah, I just have a tough time believing any of it from one side or the other, and I just go off of my own personal experience with it, and it was just weird to me. To me, the effects of it were very strange, and it just didn't seem natural to me. So that's just where I'm at with that. Hose water cures everything. Yeah. Yeah, sedition. Gunpowder tea in your French press. All right, underground. An evening? Oh shit! I forgot to change the description. All right, I'll have to change it afterward. Yeah, I messed up with my thumbnail underground, so I had to change it, and I forgot to change the description. Yep. All right, I'll fix that as soon as the live stream's done. Everybody else who watches it will know it's a morning show. Chemtrails everywhere in Iowa. Yeah, a lot of states have banned it. So they're just moving they're just moving all those planes to Iowa. Yeah. Well, what are we gonna do with all this shit? Spray it over Iowa. We can't waste it. We already bought it. We already paid for it. Oh, all right. COVID got you in Japan. Chicken pox. I had just a very light case of chicken pox. I had to convince my parents that I had it, showing them one bump and getting them to let me stay home from school. Still, Ross still plays in the dirt, and they say that stuff about what is that, shingles. My wife warns me about shingles and stuff, and I tell her that about shingles. I'm come on, shingles. What's my immune system going to do with shingles? You know, that's just a day at the park for my immune system. That's not even a road bump. The demon the demon in your head said, "Dude, I did. Get me the hell out of here." Sedition. That's awesome. I tell people that a priest approached me and said he was here to do an exorcism. I told him I didn't call him. The demon in my head said, "I did. Get me the hell out of here." That's funny as hell, Sedition. Yeah, we're the X-Men, Nick. I agree, dude. A kilo of gunpowder tea on eBay for 15 bucks. Yeah, eBay's a good place to get shit underground. R. Snyder, what's up, R. Snyder? Glad to see you here. All right, angry Oiler Yank. Glad you subbed, dude. Glad you subscribed. Welcome to the club, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Green tea. Got malaria in Africa in the 90s. Comes back every 4 years or so. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, so it was because of that trip. Okay. All right. Well, glad you're feeling better, Trip. Glad you're back. Everybody missed you, man. Yesterday, everybody was asking, "Where's Tripwire? We haven't seen him in a few days." Yeah. So glad you're okay, man. Oh yeah, a lot of people got the shot and still got COVID, Tyler. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people did. And that was the crazy thing with that thing, that all the bullshit they were spreading. You got to get the shot to keep me safe. That just doesn't. If COVID, if the shot was supposed to protect you from COVID, why do you need me to get the shot? You got the shot. You're supposed to be safe. That's why you got the shot. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be highly effective and all that shit, but then they started pressuring everybody to get the shot. So what was the point in that? If you need everybody else around you to get the shot to be safe, none of it added up. All of the bullshit that they were spouting, none of it added up. Don't wear a mask. In the beginning, that's what they said. Don't wear a mask. And then later on, they said, "Oh, you must wear a mask. You have to wear a mask." It was all bullshit. The adult version of chicken pox. Yeah. All right, Duncan. Yeah, I'm just not worried about shingles. I'm not giving anybody advice. Don't do your own research and make up your own mind. But I'm not getting no damn shingles vaccine. I'm I don't get any vaccines. Period. I don't get a flu vaccine. I don't get any of that shit. I told y'all before a couple live streams ago that um, our son at work, he got sick, and everyone at his work got sick, and they were all had the flu vaccine. My wife went and got the flu vaccine after I tried to talk her out of it, but she went and got the flu vaccine. She got sick. I was the only one in our circle who didn't get the flu vaccine, and I was the only one who didn't get sick. Not sick at all. Both people in my house down sick, coughing every day, uh, all that stuff. But I didn't get sick, and I'm the only one who didn't get the flu vaccine. Coincidence? Maybe. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe it was just because of my immune system. Maybe there's a lot of things, but still, one must wonder. One must wonder what the hell's going on with that shit. Yeah, let alone a medical procedure. Jim Jones juice. Yeah, Armored. I did have my appendix taken out a few years ago. Actually, my appendix burst. I went to the doctor in just agony, right? They took me to the hospital in an ambulance and shit. The doctor said, "Well, I'm not going to take it out now. You just, keep trucking." Literally, he said, "Just go home." Okay, whatever, dude. So I go home. It eventually stops hurting and stuff, and and I don't know. 6 months, a year later, something like that, it bursts again. So I don't get in an ambulance this time. I just drive myself to the damn hospital, and they took it out. But that's the only time I've been to had anything done to me in years. My appendix must have just been acting like a little bitch, so my immune system ganged up on it. My immune system just squashed it. Oh, okay. Leave corporate nursing and start doing private care on your own, Erica? Well, I'm sure you can offer better care in a lot of ways doing it privately. Yeah, the jab added digital trackers in people like RFID type shit. That would not surprise me, Underground. That would not surprise me one bit, dude. We're right after flu shot sedition. Yep. I don't know what it is. I've heard that a lot of times from other people, sedition, and I've experienced it myself where, people around me get flu shots and they all come down sick and I'm the only one standing there. Why aren't you sick? I didn't get the flu shot. That's the only common denominator we have. I'm drinking the same water, eating out of the same bowls, touching the same doorknobs. Everything else is breathing the same air. The only difference is I did not get the flu shot. So, do with that information what you will. Okay, yeah, you had to or get kicked out, Yank, yeah. Yeah, I've never had one, Michelle. I've never had a flu shot unless they gave me one when I was in the army, without telling me, because they give you like 20 shots or whatever. And especially when I went to Korea, before I went to Korea, they gave me all kind of shots. So I don't know what all I got in the army. Um, so having said that, other than that, and that's a maybe, I've never had a flu shot. Oh yeah, they were exempt. Sarge in America, what's up? Glad to see you here. Yeah, they were exempt. Yep, they didn't have to get it. Now, if it was such a wonderful, grand thing for humanity, why didn't they want it? Why would they make themselves exempt from it? That's a damn good question. I'd like to know the answer to. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I'm not real big on shots from strangers poking me and injecting me with shit. Deanna Blake, what's up, Deanna? Glad to see you here. Okay, only two people in your department got the flu thing, and they were the only two that got the flu. Are all these coincidences? Are they? Maybe they are. Maybe maybe my tinfoil hat is on too tight. Maybe. But that's a lot of coincidence, man. A whole lot of coincidences out there. Every time I say that word, um, I think of that Seinfeld episode, about the big coincidences, or are there just coincidences? Oh yeah, I still have my tonsils. Yeah. Oh gee, me too. Yeah, I've I don't know. I Duncan, I've never had one of those, a colonoscopy. I doubt I ever will. Um, I don't think there's any reason for me personally. Now, I'm not, I don't have cancer in my family. I've never worked in an environment, for decades around asbestos or anything. There's just no reason for me to fear having cancer. So um, I'm just not worried about it personally. Sniz, what's up, Sniz? No, no, they just tell us. Oh, I don't know. Is it that way in Australia, Trip? Over here in America, they tell you to get one at 50. All of us, we're all supposed to get one at 50, and then we're supposed to get another one every few years. That that's just like mandatory. I don't do it, but for everybody else, it's supposed to be mandatory. Trip. Yeah, there's doesn't have to be anything wrong with you. It's like breast exams are, supposed to be women are supposed to get them every single year, or how, whether they have a reason to or not, they're just supposed to do it. Oh, through the Mayo Clinic. Oh, all right, Roz. All right, hi, Yara. Give her a treat for us, Hurst. Give her a sardine. Oh, you were in Korea, Crash? All right, I was stationed at Camp Greaves, dude. Joni, what's up, Joni? Good morning. All right. Well, thank you for saying hi. Thank you for watching, Joni. And those of you who are just coming on here for the first time, I sincerely appreciate your time. Sincerely, I value your time. Thank you so much for coming here and hanging out with us and contributing to our conversation. It's a real honor to have you here. So thank you very much. Just be careful of Tripwire, Hurst, and Raziel. You gotta watch out for those three. I'm just kidding. They're good guys. They know I'm picking on them. Yeah. Oh, okay, Snyder. Yeah. All right. Coughing and sneezing around you all day, and you still don't get sick. You hate the word coincidence, Trip? Yeah, me too. I don't really believe in them, but we got to throw that out there, right? I think that shit's by design, personally. Look like beachfront properties edition. Yeah, sometimes on accident, Hearst. Once in a while, Hearst would eat some by accident. Yeah, yeah. Once you see a doctor, you got to keep seeing them. OG. Yep. Oh, okay, Duncan. Yeah, I've had my wisdom teeth removed. They were just painful as hell. Allegedly, Snyder. Yeah, that's a good word too. Allegedly. Yeah. You still got all your parts, Hurst? All right. Dolby, what's up, Dolby? Glad to see you here. Yeah, quickest way to get cancer is to worry about cancer. It just doesn't run in my family. No, nobody in my family's died of cancer. Nobody's had cancer. Um, well, maybe one of my aunts did. I'm not sure, but she's still alive. Um, and I don't think it was hereditary or cancer. But I just don't worry about that shit. It doesn't cross my mind. I'm not one of those people, oh, I think I have cancer or whatever, and constantly worried about getting cancer. I just don't worry about that shit. I gotta, I'm gonna die. I've got to go some way. I can't go out. Probably won't be able to go out with a battle axe in my hand. So I got to go somehow. I don't know. I just don't want it to be painful. If it's cancer, it's cancer. Uh, that's as good as anything else, I guess. Yeah, they'll have you hooked. Yeah, it's not. That's the thing, Joni. Nowadays, um, they don't treat anything anymore. Um, Well, they treat symptoms. They don't treat diseases anymore. To cure someone of something is losing a customer. You know, look at every other business model. The oil industry isn't coming up with new ways to save you gas. You know what I mean? They're not investing their money in new kinds of power that'll unchain you from the gas pumps. It's the same way. It's a business. Healthcare is a business, and we have to think about it like that because that's what it is. They don't want to fix people. They don't want you to be healthy and happy. They want you to return and spend more of your money, just like every other business on the planet. And for people who don't understand that, they just need to wake up. Not saying all doctors are bad, of course not, but the industry as a whole, they're not trying to heal people. They're trying to treat symptoms and keep you on the hook. And playing into that too is the insurance industry. They play hand in glove with the medical industry and the pharmaceutical industry. They all got our hooks in us, right? Oh yeah, hanging with Christopher. What's up? Yeah, implants would be the way to go. Oh, all right, Duncan. Yeah, yeah, he smoked. All right. Well, stuff like that. If there are outside reasons, right? No. Yeah, Snyder tries to get me with pranks sometimes. He got me one time not too long ago. He probably would have gotten me this time if I just didn't see his chat, his message there, his comment. It scrolled by too fast. But Snyder tries to get me once in a while. You were mean to God, Roz. Now you're not allowed to die. Yeah, you sit here with me, Roz, and suffer, dude. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's how I feel, Yank. I've lived, if not a perfect or wonderful life, I've lived an interesting life. I can say that. Yeah, God hasn't been bored watching me. Yeah, prevention is not profitable, Erica. Exactly right. Okay. Yeah, all the new people dying of cancer didn't never drank or smoked in their entire life, Tyler. Yep. Oh, okay. That's good, Christopher. Yeah, there's no money in cure. And when's the last time they cured anything? Honestly, when's the last time they cured anything? All this technology we have, it blows my mind when I think about it. All the technology we have, and they can't cure shit. Um, the last major thing, they can cure infection, but the cure for that, uh, what's that called? Antibiotics. They make from mold, penicillin. That was discovered in the late 1800s or sometime around there, something like that. So since then they haven't had any breakthroughs. All they do is treat our symptoms, and most of the times the treatment has these horrible side effects that you need another pill to treat those. Then it's a chain, and you finally get a pill that, okay, I can live with this side effect, right? A bearable side effect. So you end up taking 5 pills for one thing, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, vaccines would have to adapt to those mutations. Yeah, and that I brought this question up before. Connecting the rabbit holes. What's up? Why is the flu the only species of organism on the planet that mutates every single year, like clockwork, mutates every single year. Why is that? Every other organism mutates randomly. Just, sometime throughout, they'll get a mutation. Everything else mutates randomly. But the flu mutates like clockwork every single year. You can set your watch by it. Oh, they got a new flu strain. Here's the new vaccine. You got to take the new vaccine. One must wonder, why doesn't the flu virus act like anything else that we know of in the universe? And if you wonder about it, just research mutations. Look it up. What are mutations? How do they, how do creatures, organisms mutate? By the calendar, on June 15th of every year, the flu mutates. By, that's how it evolved to do. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy that. Yeah, they cured common sense, Crash. Yeah, dude. Yeah, they have a damn good cure for that, don't they, Crash? Michelle grows her own prescription. Yeah. 1928 antibiotics were invented. Thank you, Dog Karma, for filling in for the missing 75% of my brain. Maybe it's not missing, it's just taking a break for the last 20 years. Oh yeah. Yeah, Ozempic. Yeah. And people buy into that shit and fall for that stuff, Hurst. I saw one commercial. One of the side effects were, your heart will have trouble pumping blood. Yeah, that was, your heart will have trouble pumping blood. That's death. That's just another way of saying you're dead. As if your heart has trouble pumping blood, yeah, you're gone too far. They're throwing dirt. They're throwing dirt on your face at that point. So, yeah, this kind of shit. And then people look at that and say, "Oh, that's worth it. I'll lose weight, but my heart will have trouble pumping blood or whatever." That shit's crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. People who need the money are the top donators of plasma. I doubt they're the healthiest of the lot. These donation centers. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm suspicious too, Joni. Yeah, we can start a suspicion club. We don't trust those some bitches. Hydroponic system you can grow inside. Yeah. Vintage, what's up, Vintage? Glad to see you here. Glad you dropped by, Vintage. Yeah, long time supporter and member of Gen X. Thanks, everybody. Our buddy Vintage. He helped make Gen X Thinks what it is today with his comments and his influence. Yeah, thank you, Vintage. I appreciate it. Fluorescent lights on some chains and a timer, and you're good to go. Colloidal silver is an antibiotic. I hear a lot about colloidal silver underground. I'm actually going to have to, if my brain will function one time when I have a few minutes and I can remember it, I need to do more research into it, look into it, and maybe order some. How do I know if I'm getting the real shit? You said you make your own underground, huh? Maybe that's what I need to look into, how I make my own. And I saw that thing where that guy turned blue from drinking so much colloidal silver or something. I think he turned blue for something to do with colloidal silver. Looked like a Smurf. Yeah, okay. The 1918 Spanish flu pandemic looked a hell of a lot like COVID-19, masks and all. Is that where they had those? What were those masks that come out? What were those called? The shit. Now I lost the word. The doctors with the big, the beak masks, the plague doctors. You call them vampires, Duncan? Total vascular coagulation. Yeah, hanging with Christopher. Yeah, dude. Yeah, may cause thoughts of suicide. And those are the depression medications. Oh, you're depressed? Take this. It may cause thoughts of suicide. What? That's not what you want to give somebody who's depressed. Yeah, possible death, bleeding from the eyes and shit. I mean, some of these side effects are horrific. Yeah, that shit saves lives. Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, they rattle those side effects off, and some of them are just bonkers. Distilled water by the wire and transformer. Yeah, I don't know, Duncan. It was a thing. The guy was blue, and he said it because he drank colloid. I'm sure he went overboard and drank way too much of this shit for decades. You know what I mean? But he turned blue. Plague mask. Yeah, Shannon. Thank you. That's what I. That's what I was trying to think of. Anyone could take plasma. It adds body to blood. Okay. Water with the essence of life. All right. Use honey every night, Yank. I've heard that it's good for you and helps with allergies, doesn't it, Yank? Oh, silver wire. Okay. Three 9-volt batteries and a 5.6 kilo ohm resistor. All right. Okay, underground. Thank you. Yeah, they get money from prescribing meds, Michelle. Yeah. Shrinks are crazier than the patients. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Um, I believe a lot of stuff that we've been taught is hokey, hippie shit. What do they call it? Oh, natural remedies and all this stuff. We've been taught is all bullshit. Now all that shit's coming back around where that's the real stuff, and still it's it's just looked upon as herbalism and all that stuff is frowned upon, right, in mainstream society. Um, but I honestly think that that's where it's at, and we've turned away from that. And most of our health is preventative, and we should be looking more into herbs and medicinal stuff like colloidal silver and stuff like that for long life and good health. Diet, exercise, the right herbs and that kind of stuff. I think is a lot truer than all this pharmaceutical shit we're being forced with now. Colloidal for 30 years. Are you blue, Yank? I hope you're not blue, dude. No, I kind of maybe it'd be awesome if you are blue, Yank. Angry Smurf. He became a blue blood. 1 8-ounce glass per day. Okay. All right. Side effects may include, yeah, average summer, hot and humid over there in the OZ. Oh, China and Germany. All right. I didn't know that, Christopher. Putting on the rubber gloves at the same time he does. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Oh, the guy turned blue because he applied homemade colloidal silver topically to his skin for 10 years. All right, dog karma. Yep. Y'all thought I was crazy. I was just making shit up, huh? No, colloidal silver turned the guy blue. So don't apply it to your skin for 10 years. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, that's the thing with honey, Joni. Good point. Maybe somebody else said it sooner, but yeah, you got to get local honey. Got to get the real stuff. They honey, olive oil, stuff like that. They'll make that shit overseas and ship it over here, and they can put whatever they want on it, right? 100% real honey, and it's all corn syrup and shit. 100% olive oil, cold pressed and all this stuff, and it's not. It's some kind of bullshit. But the FDA doesn't care. They don't give a shit. So, yeah, we have to do our own research and protect ourselves from that shit. Real honey is going to be local. You can look that shit up and find out where it came from, and to take a few minutes to do that, so you're eating the real stuff. I think is well worth the time. Oh yeah, no, it didn't kill him. No, it's just a funny thing. I still think colloidal silver is a good thing. No, it's just that guy did some dumb shit with it. If it happened, yeah, that's some shit I heard on the internet. So it might have well very well not happened. Yeah, was he an avatar alien? White and nerdy Hearst? Yeah. Uh, yeah, sedition. Argyria. Oh, okay. You turn lime green? All right. Lime green. Yeah, but and then also there's a case in point right there. All right. I saw that guy turned blue. Why? Why did I see that? Why would the algorithm promote that? The one guy, if it's true, which I don't know, the one guy who had a negative side effect from colloidal silver, the algorithm promoted that shit. All right, and made everybody think that colloidal silver was bad, and you're going to turn blue if you use it. All right. Um, Now I'm joking around about this shit about the guy being blue and calling him a Smurf and giving Yank a hard time, asking him if he's blue and stuff. But that's just for humor, joking around with y'all here. But in all honesty, why did that story get raised up in the algorithm? Why did that thing go viral? All right. Uh, by design, they don't want us using colloidal silver. They don't want us using home remedies. Uh, One must wonder. We got to think about this shit. Yeah, local honey from farmers' roadside stands. This protein trend. Yeah, yep. Protein in pasta. Yeah, why not get your protein from a ribeye? Yeah, Snyder. Yeah, I agree, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, around here too, sedition. Yeah, it's not hard to get local honey here. Yeah, raw honey and lemon. Yep. Yeah, cheap honey ain't honey. OG. Yeah, you're right. real maple syrup. I don't, yeah, anything with corn syrup in it. No, I don't. And I use coconut sugar. It's just the same as regular sugar. It's just as sweet, works exactly the same way. Uh, and I like it. So for those of you who don't know that it exists and you're worried about sugar, that might be another thing to substitute with regular sugar. And just do things a little. Think about what we're putting in our bodies. All this corn syrup and aspartame and all these sweeteners, these artificial sweeteners. Just because it comes from a plant, doesn't mean it's good for us. There's all kind of natural shit out there that will kill your ass quick. Arsenic or whatever, which one? Arsenic or cyanide? One of them are found in apple seeds. It's completely natural, but if you eat enough of it, your ass is dead. So just because it comes from a plant doesn't mean it's good for you or it's healthy or whatever. Don't believe that shit for a second. So I all those artificial sweeteners are bullshit as far as I'm concerned. I'll have honey or coconut sugar, and I drink the Pepsi with the real sugar, the soda fountain Pepsi or whatever, just because I can't afford to make my own right now. But I'd rather have one of those things that make your own soda with. I want to do that one day. Stevia, maybe I don't trust that shit as far as I can throw Mount Rushmore, but maybe it is. Your buddy raises bees in Detroit. Crack residue and Cadillac metal in it. Probably, dude. 50 pounds of unbleached cane sugar. There you go. Yeah, that's got to be better for you than that processed bleached sugar, man. Yeah, coconut sugar, Hurst. And my wife, uh, was pre-diabetic or whatever, and she was testing her blood sugar. And after she ate regular sugar, her blood sugar would go up. But after she ate the coconut sugar didn't affect her at all. Now, each person is different, but at least it's an alternative you can look into. I honestly believe it's better for you than regular sugar. Yeah, high fructose corn syrup is a killer. I don't put that shit in my body if I can avoid it at all. Yeah. All right, everybody. It is time to wrap this one up. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thank y'all for subscribing. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Those of y'all who don't know, Google doesn't care. YouTube doesn't care. If you want to give me a thumbs down if you want, or a thumbs up, it doesn't matter. Just hit the button. If you want to support the channel, if you like this episode, you can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. They really don't give a shit. That's just something they do. All they count is interactions. They don't give a shit if they're good or bad. Y'all may not have known that, but it's true. Yeah. I can get as famous pissing people off as I can as making people happy. As long as I'm making YouTube money, they don't give a shit. So I will say goodbye to Sedition, Christopher, Underground, Crash Talks. Oh yeah, and speaking of Crash Talks, he's got a YouTube channel, and Just Another Guy in the Woods, Hardwire, Living and Active, all those channels of other Gen Xers. They're down in the description of this video. So I invite you to go check them out, support your fellow Gen Xers. It's just, I think it's good that we support each other in our endeavors. We support all these scumbag billionaires, so we can spend a few minutes and support each other. Shannon, Jeff Seven, Wayne Beatty, Hurst, Michelle, Dog Karma, Vintage, bye Vintage. Thanks for stopping by. R. Snyder, Joni, OG Tango. Who else? Who else we got here? Did I say sedition? Tyler, Raziel. Living and Active isn't here today, and we miss him. Hopefully he's doing good. Maybe he just slept in this morning. Who else we got? I know we had more than that. Oh, Angry Oiler Yank. Can't forget old Yank there. Did I say Tripwire already? Tripwire deserves 2 goodbyes, even if I already said it. Duncan. Can't forget Duncan. Sniz was here. I remember Sniz was here. Dolby. All right. So maybe I got everybody. If I missed your name, I apologize. I just got to scroll up through the comments and try to get everybody. Erica Elaine. And try to catch everybody. And I'll miss names as I'm scrolling by. So I apologize if I haven't called out your name. Sergeant America. But I do thank you, even if I didn't call out your name, I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me, spending an hour, dropping your wisdom on me. We all have our own life wisdom, our own experience that we can share with each other. We've all lived interesting lives and learned things on our own, throughout our lives. So I think it's cool that we get to congregate here and share with each other. So I appreciate y'all doing that. And let's see who we dedicate the spiel for those of you who are new. I have the spiel at the end of my show. I put all that marketing or whatever trying to sell y'all shit. I just put that shit at the end of the video because I hate it when people do that at the beginning of the video and make me sit through it. So I put it at the end so y'all can just check out and skip it. And that's the spiel. So, and I dedicate the spiel just like we used to do back in the day on the radio, dedicate the spiel to an individual. And today we're going to dedicate it to Tripwire. Tripwire, back in action. All right. So this spiel's for you, Tripwire. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X. And I'll see you on the next one. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, it's only $2.99 a month, and I'll put that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. But I really appreciate all the support from the members out there. This is the members banner here. And I really appreciate these people. They support the channel directly through memberships, and it helps out a lot. So thank you very much to all the members. If you're interested in Gen X gear, we got some pretty cool stuff over there at Redbubble. Gen X things and Gen X branded stuff, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stickers, hoodies, all kinds of stuff. But I'll leave that link down in the description too for any of you who are interested. If you have any ideas for future episodes of Gen X Things, please put those down in the comments, or you can email us, and the email is genxthings@gmail.com. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.